Hey everybody, and welcome back to our Bloodborne Kirkhammer Playthru, episode number 2. I'm Fox with FoxeoGames, and we are about to go take on the... whatever that thing's called. The something or other, the Cleric Beast, that's right. I would like to find an insight so I can go back and level up, but I don't know if I can do that quite yet. I think there's possibly an insight somewhere we can pick up before the boss, but... whatever, let's just go tackle the boss. Just making sure they're dead. Alright. So anyway, when last we left off, we were talking about my experiences growing accustomed to learning Japanese and then doing a study abroad in Japan. And I had a great experience doing the study abroad. I really loved it. In fact, I found it almost hard to come back after having done it. I'm going to go down this way just because I forgot what all is down here. Just some cool stuff, I guess. And yeah, it's the only way to really cement a foreign language in your mind is to go and live in the culture. You know, you can learn quite a lot without doing that, but there's just no replacing it. Should be a dog coming up here any minute now. Someone said that these dogs eventually will break out of their cages if you leave them to their own devices. I haven't seen it happen, but hey, anything's possible, right? I think that's all the dogs, right? Nope, there's one back there. After we tackle the Cleric Beast, we should have the Kirkhammer, and then, yeah, that'll be our weapon that we'll take to in-game. What? That phased right through him. I'm really excited to use the Kirkhammer. I think it's going to be a great weapon. I know several people who really enjoy the Kirkhammer, so I think I will as well. I've used it just a little tiny bit, but not too much. I love the way he's barking at this door here. I don't know of any safe place for you. Sorry, lady. If I knew of a safe place for you, I would tell you, but I don't, so I won't. And then this area down here allows us to pick up lots more upgrade materials. I guess we'll hit this up a little bit first before we do anything else. Trying not to get shot in the process. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow, I survived. Oh, double kill. Kill-tacular. Killionaire. Well, at least I survived. I thought I was gonna die. Oh, come on. That plunge attack should have killed him easy. Madman's Knowledge. There we go. That's what we're looking for. I think that should allow us to interact with the doll. And that's what I want. I want to be able to level up before we hit the Cleric Beast, so that in case we die to the Cleric Beast, which there's a good chance we will, I don't want to lose all these blood echoes, which I sometimes refer to as souls. Because, guys, I'm just so used to it. I'm just so used to calling them souls. You can't blame me. By the way, I am not at my best. Trust me, I am extremely tired. I'm not going to go into all the reasons for that. But, yeah, I'm playing this right before I go to sleep, and we'll see how it goes. Gosh darn it. Stop shooting at me. There we go. That's one. And two. Okay. I hear something coming. There it is. Oh, you see how it shot beside him? You know, that's just one of the things with this game. Woo, that was close. Woo, that was close. I got an idea. I think I can survive this fall. Oh, he's gonna come back up. Okay. Real close to dying right there. Look at that. He knows how to get back up. Isn't that clever? Once I put some arcane on this pistol, I'll be able to use it to kill enemies that are fairly low on health. But yeah, the study abroad experience was great, and I went and did that by myself. At the time, my wife was my girlfriend, and of course, you know, I wasn't going to take her. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. She didn't have a particular interest in Japanese, so that wouldn't have made much sense to drag her along. Then, you know, I finished up college and all that, did my student teaching experiences. I have a degree in teaching, for those that don't know. And that's not what I do now, though. And then, when all that was said and done, I gotta make sure not to roll off the edge here. When all that was said and done, I then decided to move to Japan and work there for a while. So, my wife and I moved to Japan together, and we lived and worked there for 3 years. So that was a good experience. I enjoyed it a lot. Learned a lot, obviously. Alright, we don't need to repeat that experience down there, so let's head back up. I think, you know what, I want to go grab this other item that can drop here, because I think it's actually going to be a... I think it's actually going to be the saw spear. But, nah, I guess we're not technically going to use it, so why go bother and get it? Pebble. Yep, they drop anything, it's usually a pebble. Madman's Knowledge, there's another insight for you. Just talking about where to get insight. Hello there, buddy. I wonder, it's hard to sneak up on these guys from my experience. Got him. Will we one-shot him? Yes, awesome. Nothing like a one-shot. Well, I mean a one-shot if you consider the backstab, the full backstab mechanical one-shot. Oh, good, good, good. We get to open up a shortcut and get an important item here. Awesome. That tiny music box has a very useful effect if you decide to use it. Alright, so let's head back this way. And actually, let's go ahead and see if we have a hunter's mark. Nope, we don't have a bold hunter's mark, so we can't instantly teleport back yet. That's fine, we'll hoof it. Yeah, these Souls games, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, it's never entirely easy to tell how much damage you'll take from a fall, or whether a fall is going to be lethal or not. Sometimes you see a fall and you fall and you think, oh, I'm dead, and it's like, oh, I'm not dead, and then you try another fall and you think, maybe this will be okay, and then you're dead. So there are these points at which a fall becomes instant death regardless of how much health you have. And then there are points at which you can fall quite a distance that seems like it should kill you instantly, and it doesn't. Did I take care of the sniper that was hanging around here somewhere? No, I didn't. He's right there. Let me see if we can sneak up on him. Oh yeah, we got this. We got this. You can actually follow through with the visceral backstab attack even after they're dead, which I think is a cool feature because, as far as I can tell, doing a visceral restores all of the health that you can regain through the rally mechanic, regardless of how much you have left. Ah, he caught us last minute. That sucks. See how it shoots beside him like that? That sucks the way that happens. Oh well. It's a bummer, but it's how the game works. That's why it's easier for up close and personal shots too. It's actually easier to get the interrupt with the blunderbuss. Yep. Look right there. I shot beside him. You guys saw that? There we go. Took a few shots, but we got it. So yeah, after doing my 3 years in Japan, we came back to the U.S. and we've been back here ever since. Well, I went back for another kind of a study abroad, a teacher training program, and that was a great experience. And that was the one time I actually stayed in the Tokyo area. Up until then, I had only been to the Tokyo area once, and it was basically just for like a really short, brief seminar, like a couple days. So, you know, oh, I gotta go get that other hanging thing right there. So it was a really good experience to be able to stay in the Kanto region of Japan, which is where Tokyo is, and that greater area. Good experience, no doubt. Oh, shoot, gotta be careful there. Goodies to be picked up here. Lots of goodies. And let's get this as well, without falling this time. Okay, that falls all the way down there. We can jump down here, roll, and then we're good. Saw spear, yep, that's what it is, just like I thought. I kind of did that blind right there. I wasn't quite sure what was behind me. Ooh, got him just in time. Oh. And a throwing knife. Okay. So from here, we'll head back, see if we can level up, and then we'll tackle the Cleric Beast. Today's drink of choice is a cinnamon orange spice tea. It's a spice tea, an herbal tea. So usually when people say herbal tea, that means it has either no caffeine or very low caffeine. Most other teas are based on some sort of tea leaf, whether it's green tea, black tea. Black tea is the most common tea if you're in the West, whether it's the UK or the US. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if I say anything wrong, obviously. But hey, you're the internet. You are the internet. You will always correct me if I say something wrong. And I count on that. I depend on that. I've learned to appreciate it. Even if I do occasionally curse you under my breath. Hey, by the way, YouTube has extended a beta option to my channel, which I have signed up for. I haven't heard back yet. In which I can assign moderators who can moderate the comments on my channel. This I've been asking for years. For years I've been telling YouTube, the reason your comment sections are a cesspool of human filth and trash is because you don't have moderators. Look at any other message board on the internet. Moderators. Moderators are how you keep it clean. When people know that there's a group of people who are checking the comments and who will delete them and ban people if they post garbage, then people won't post garbage as much. It's just how it is. But on YouTube, people know that most YouTubers can't keep up with all the comments on their videos, and so by extension, they end up just being able to get away with whatever they want. They sort of have a free ride to say the most nasty, horrid things imaginable, and usually nothing happens. Because you think about it, let's say you only have 50,000 subscribers. Those are just your subscribers, not all of your viewers. You have a lot of viewers that don't subscribe. And let's say you get maybe 2,000 comments a day. That would not be unusual for 50,000 subs with additional people viewing, especially if you have controversial content or content that involves debate. If you have 2,000 comments a day, which is a lot, how in the world are you expected to moderate that by yourself while simultaneously making and uploading your videos and, you know, working your daily job, your day job, and living your personal life? It's just not possible. Actually, I think we might have had to use the insight before we came here. Let's find out. Yeah. Let's try coming back. Let's go back to Central Yarnum and come back again. See if having that insight on us will activate the doll, and then we can start to level up. One thing that kind of saddened me, and it's very minor, it's really not that important, is that they failed to call these blood levels. I think it would have been so much cooler if they called them blood levels in this game. Instead, they're just called levels. Not a big deal. Like in the Souls games, they're called soul levels, which is kind of cool. It's like a soul level. It's not just a level, it's a soul level. In this game, it's just a level. Not a blood level, but a level. So again, my goal is always to try to make these about 45 minutes each of these episodes. And to release them on a schedule. Yep, there she is. Alright.
Very well.
Okay, so let's see what we can upgrade here. Let's upgrade that a little bit in that. Okay. Some vitality and endurance, both useful. Okay, and actually I want to see what's the next level, because I want to go into this fight with as few blood echoes on me as possible. I need 1883, so let me push myself up to 1883 and make one final level here. Oh, so close. Look at that. So close. One more. There we go.
Welcome. Very well.
And for our last level, we'll do one more of endurance. And then we'll spend the rest of these to see if we can buy any more blood balls. Okay. Good enough for me. Let's go tackle the Cleric Beast, guys. We should do extra damage with the Saw Cleaver. I accidentally upgraded it. I didn't mean to, but hey, that'll help us for this boss fight. But this should actually be the only boss fight we do with the Saw Cleaver. The rest of the game, we should be using the Kirkhammer. As long as I remember correctly, but I'm pretty sure we get it from the Cleric Beast. If we don't, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be very sad. Oh, by the way, occasionally people ask me, hey, can I do some graphics for your channel? Or would you like a new YouTube header graphic or a new avatar for Twitter? Yeah, guys, definitely. I'm always taking donations. Graphic work. My wife is graphic designer, but she's busy a lot. She's done my avatars, so if you like my little FoxeoGames and Foxeo Plays avatars, that's her work. But I could definitely use new graphics, and even if you give me stuff I can't use right away, I can hang on to it and use it as alternates later, just kind of swap to them later just to change things up. So please just get a hold of me on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm FoxeoGames, pretty simple. And that's the best way to stay in touch with me, sending direct messages through Twitter and whatnot. And yeah, I'd love to use your artwork. I've used artwork from several different people on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, and, well, not Facebook yet, but YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Here we are, so close, so close, so close. Let's see here. Alright, got those two, so now I just need to get this guy. Alright, there we go. I might have to finish him off with one more hit. Nope, he's dead. Awesome. And we're maxed out on blood vials. Very cool. We'll get our blood bullets. And I'm still not 100% on the strategy for this guy, but whatever. We'll do it. And if I need a little help, we'll use some oil urn with Molotov cocktails that I don't have. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oil urn allows the Molotov cocktail to do more damage. We might start out that way. Alright, let's get started with the Cleric Beast fight. Guys, this is a little bit of post-com. I wasn't really satisfied with the commentary I did live because I just had to focus too much for this Cleric Beast fight. It's like basically the third time in my life fighting this thing. Or at least, you know, the third time in a playthrough. So the Cleric Beast is interesting in that he flails around a lot. He's got this really, really long, sort of shabby-looking arm. And that can make it difficult to tell when you're about to get hit. I had some trouble with depth perception here. I felt like I really did dodge a lot of those, but for some reason the game just wouldn't register it. And then when he goes up in the air, it breaks your lock on, and there's really no way to keep track of where he is, so you just kind of have to time it properly. Now if you hit him in the head, I think it's twice. It's usually how it works for me. You can then get him in a position to do a visceral. Unfortunately, I think I was only able to get it to work once. You do have to wait for him to sort of regenerate afterwards. He'll do this like blood effect right there. I think after that, or after maybe this next thing that he does, then you can get him again. So just make sure, of course, you have enough Quicksilver bullets. But for some reason, no matter how many times I shot him in the face after that, I never got that position for visceral again, so I was never able to interrupt him again. But that's fine. Right there, I think that's where he regenerates, and then you can hit him again for an interrupt in the face. What's convenient here is that you can lock onto either his body or his head, and I really appreciate that because in previous Souls games you essentially only ever had one lock-on point. If you're going to have this giant beast of a boss, you need to have multiple lock-on points. You know, for example, be able to lock onto the legs, the body, the head, and then lock onto any other part that's relevant, if there's a part you can cut off or whatnot. That's one thing I think the Souls games could do differently, and I hope in the future we see Souls games where bosses don't just change in the middle of a fight, like when they hit 50% health or whatnot, but that you actually see bosses where you can focus on certain body parts, and attacking certain body parts changes how the battle goes. I can't think of any off the top of my head that work that way. But let's say, for example, you were fighting the one reborn. Let's say you attack one of his back legs and you break something off. Then let's say that disables a certain ability that he has, but it means he focuses on other abilities. So, you know, say in the example of the Cleric Beast, maybe you could cut off the big, like, you know, shabby looking arm right there. I think that's his left arm. Maybe that causes him to attack you in a different way, so he doesn't use certain types of attacks. Or you could have a boss that does a really super powerful attack that you know, it's hard to avoid and does massive amounts of damage, and you have to break off a part of the boss or target a certain part in order to disable that. But anyway, we're doing okay here. Not real great. I ran out of Quicksilver bullets because I was just sort of shooting haphazardly and not really aiming very well. And then in terms of blood vials, we're doing fine. We've got 11 blood vials, and he's just about dead, so no problem there. Of course, we did use the Molotov cocktails. That is one way to sort of cheat the system. I mean, you're not really tackling the boss one-on-one. You're sort of using consumables to get some extra damage in there. Notice I'm insistent on getting that interrupt, and that is really why I end up taking so much damage and getting hit so much. Is I focused so much on trying to get an interrupt that I wasn't focused on just, you know, battling the Cleric Beast. I could have done much better had I just focused on hitting them with the Saw Spear. You know, hitting them with the R1s and the charged R2s. But yeah, if you have trouble with the Cleric Beast, don't be afraid to use some Molotov cocktails after some oil urns if you want to do some additional damage. Yeah, see, I just cannot get another interrupt. So, whatever, that's fine. Also, I think the game does have a little tiny delay that you wouldn't expect on the dash maneuver in terms of when you get hit, when you have to dash, and whether or not you dash away from a hit. There's this really, really small delay that causes me to constantly feel like I dashed, just the game wouldn't recognize it. You know what they say, you know, I gave the correct inputs, the game just didn't respond properly. Of course, you know, the game it's programmed, so it's going to operate the way it operates. You know, it doesn't necessarily operate outside of its normal parameters. But the game is made by fallible human beings, so it's not perfect. And we need to evaluate the Souls games as a creation of fallible human beings who can make errors. And sometimes, yeah, your hitboxes will be off or other things. And right here, guys, I just spammed it up, and I was like, that's it. I don't care. I'm just going to spam. Right here, when you get a boss this low, best tactic if you have Quicksilver bullets, which I don't, is to just shoot off a bullet real quick and then you've killed the boss. But, bam! Knocked him out with the charged R2 with the saw cleaver. That right there is going to unlock the badge that we need to get the Kirkhammer, the Sword Hunter badge. So that's it, guys. from here on out, we can start using the Kirkhammer. We'll have to probably put a few points into something here or there, but that's one of the reasons why I like the Kirkhammer. Not only is it a great weapon with 2 excellent forms, but you can get it early on. That's one of the best things about doing a playthrough based on a weapon, is picking a weapon that you can get very early. Alright guys, we're going to go back to live commentary, and here we go. And booyah, we've got our Kirkhammer, guys. So, let's see if we've got the stats for it. Well, use. Hang on, let's see. Nope, we don't. What do we need for stats? We need 16 strength and 10 skill. So that means we just need, hang on, 1 in each. That's no problem. We can get that. No problem.
Welcome. What? Very well. Let me.
$23.53. Okay, let's pop some souls till we get enough. 1 more. There we go.
Welcome. What? Very well.
And skill to 10. Boom. That's it. Now we can use it. And then what I'd like to do is let's do a blood vial run. We won't be able to go the full route because we haven't killed what's his face, Gascon yet. But we'll get some blood vials, some souls, and we'll use those to help upgrade the Kirkhammer. Let's see, I believe the first upgrade is at 3, then 5, then 8. So that's 16. So you need 16 total shards to get the +3. So we'll see how many shards we have. Hopefully we have 16 or really, really close to it, so we don't have to farm much. Nope, we got 7, darn it. Not quite 16. I'm gonna have to get used to this weapon. Oh yeah. Damn. I think I'm gonna have some fun with this one. I've seen people use it and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Well, actually, hang on a second. Is that, yeah, that goes in a 2-handed form. Okay, so in order to get my interrupts, I need to use the sword. There we go. 1-shot kill, excellent. See, that went right through him. There we go. I might switch it up to the blunderbuss. We haven't upgraded this at all, so it might be better just to go to the blunderbuss. Unfortunately, the blunderbuss doesn't do as much damage in the long run, but it is easier to get the interrupts because you're less likely to shoot past the enemy or stick the gun through the enemy and phase through them. Yeah, Kirkhammer is definitely an odd weapon in that you stick a sword essentially in a giant cinder block or a giant stone. Oh, I ran out of stamina. I couldn't dodge. Oh, dodged that just in time. I'm definitely more familiar with this longsword. It reminds me very much of the one-handed transformation of the Ludwig's Holy Blade. Forgot I can't parry him like that. Well, not sure why that didn't work. Ah, he's elevated surface. Can't get him. Bam. Bam. Love it. That'll break his guard, but it won't It won't do damage through breaking the guard. Gonna have to get used to the hammer. It's gonna hit harder, and yeah, it's gonna be definitely a different moveset than what I'm used to. Here we go. Here we go. And then boom. Love getting the viscerals because you're essentially invincible during a visceral. There we go. Got it. You just get used to taking a hit at the same time you get an interrupt. I guess that's how the system works nowadays. These guys right here are 2 places where you can farm the bloodstone shards. Also, back there where we were cutting those things off the rafters, those are also places you can farm the bloodstone shards. And I just realized, let's upgrade the Kirkhammer as much as we can, and then see if we can get the rest of those bloodstone shards. First we'll grab some shards and then we'll head back. Ooh, it's the piggy. I think you get some good souls for this guy, so we'll do this. Uh-oh, his back is to the wall. That's no good. So anyway, after working for 3 years in Japan, gave me some a lot of good language experience, that's for sure, undeniably so. Because I worked in a Japanese environment. I worked with other Japanese people. It wasn't, you know, there often wasn't anybody to speak English. I had to use my Japanese, whether I liked it or not, which was good. I liked it, so definitely not complaining. Miss. Get back here. There we go. And then, it was actually while I was still living in Japan that I became interested in doing YouTube stuff. I mean, it was about the same time that the angry video game nerds started becoming popular. And people started realizing that you didn't need to have a ton of education or a ton of expensive equipment to be able to do video work. And YouTube was allowing regular people just to sort of make these quick little skit videos online. And YouTube was just starting to become popular then, because I believe it came out in 2006, which is the same time that I was in Japan. So I kind of decided to jump on the YouTube bandwagon, and I started a channel. I actually started I think I started 2 channels before FoxeoGames. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call, so I had to cut the video right there. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so that was about the same time that YouTube was becoming popular, so I kind of jumped on the YouTube bandwagon early. And this was before, as far as I remember at least, before there was much in terms of monetization. I don't remember there being any way to monetize videos when I first started. And like nobody thought about that. Like, you know, it was kind of like Twitter or Facebook. It was a social media type experience, and nobody was thinking about making money off of it, other than the company obviously, but you didn't typically think, oh, how can I make money off this? You know, to me it just wasn't really something I thought a lot about. I guess I went up the wrong way here. I meant to go up the other ladder. Trying to get some of these bloodstone shards or whatever they are so we can upgrade our Kirkstone hammer to +3 before we take on Gascon. And my first channel was really going to be about teaching people Japanese and challenging people to become better in Japanese. That channel never panned out. I never really did anything with it Japanese related. I had like a few Japanese nature videos uploaded where I kind of just showed some stuff from some local parks and like the famous Himeji Castle and whatnot, but nothing much happened there. And then, should I go down there for those Quicksilver bullets? Nah, why bother? And then after that, I made a second channel in which I put most of the focus there on video games. Or no, sorry, not video games. I misspoke. Where I put nearly the entire focus on computers and, you know, Macintosh. Like I had a Mac tips and tricks series, and I had a how to build your own Hackintosh video series, and that became pretty popular. Like I had a couple thousand subscribers at one point. And shoot, sorry, I'm just trying to drink some tea here. Ah, getting shot in the face at the same time. But ultimately, I also decided that that really wasn't the direction I wanted to go. I ultimately decided I wanted to do a video game themed channel, and so that's eventually I closed that channel down and migrated over to what is now FoxeoGames. So, darn it, no upgrade materials yet. I hear something running around. Almost sounds like one of those little nightmare things that drops upgrade materials for you. Yeah, that shot right by him if you didn't notice there. Stun lock. Still no upgrade materials, that sucks. Let's see if we can get this guy. I remember last time we alerted him. Oh, nice. Come on, give me some upgrade materials. Nope, oil urn. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a cool weapon. I'm going to enjoy this a whole lot more than the rifle spear. I quickly got kind of soured on the rifle spear, as I'm sure all of you noticed from that playthrough. It definitely was not my favorite weapon. Yeah, shooting these dogs is an easy way to deal with them. Faux show. I also find that kind of going in a circle as the dog tries to attack you, as long as you go in the circle at the right angle at the right time, usually helps you dodge them. Alright, so what's down here? Oh, okay, this is just like a little quick shortcut or something. Okay, I see. Well, at least I got some blood vials out of this run. And souls. Or echoes, rather. So yeah, eventually I transitioned over. You know, I posted my final video on my old channel saying, hey guys, I'm moving to a new channel called FoxeoGames. I will see you over there. And quite a lot of people transitioned. Not everyone did, but quite a few. And then I basically went almost exclusively to a focus on games. Still have a bit of a focus on computers, but only, only insofar as it's game related. So we do talk about computers, but like in terms of PC gaming and that kind of thing. Alright. I don't think Gehrman ever gives us anything, so I don't know if there's any point in talking to him. I so wish I hadn't upgraded that saw cleaver. I just wasted those upgrade materials. But that's life. Can't undo the past. Alright guys, well before we tackle anything else, what I'm going to do is off camera, I'm going to farm the rest of the bloodstone shards that I need to get this thing to +3. I'll do that off camera so you guys don't have to watch that because it's pretty boring, and that way it'll shorten up this playthrough. And I will see you next time for episode number 3 of our Bloodborne Kirkhammer playthrough. Until next time guys, later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. As always, I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. You can also check out my main channel, FoxeoGames, where I upload tons of videos like reviews and comedy stuff. Included here is my Fox Kinda reviews of Freedom Wars for the PlayStation Vita. It's a comedy review series, as well as my Foxstalgia review of Magician on the NES. It's also a comedy review series just of older games that I have quite a bit of nostalgia for. Yes, I do have a Patreon. I don't actually really ask people to donate to it, but I do mention it because people often ask, hey, can I give you money? The answer is yes. Yes, you can give me money. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I prefer to keep up with people, though I do have a Facebook. Of course, you can follow there if you'd like. And other than that, I will see you guys next time.